Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Pokemon, happy birthday to you. That may have been weird, but happy birthday Pokemon, you're 20 years old today in Japan. In North America we have to wait a couple more years, but happy Japanese birthday to you. On this wonderful birthday, I thought that I would share my journey through Pokemon, my history, basically where it all started for me. I even made notes. I never make notes when I make a video, but I thought if I make notes, then I'll be able to accurately tell you the story of where my Pokemon journey started. So let's get started. So I got into Pokemon in about grade 2. The earliest memories I have of Pokemon were pretty much me playing it, just not even the video game. I feel like me and some of my elementary school friends, we would play it in the schoolyard. I would be Misty, my friend Monty, I'm pretty sure was Brock, and my friend Brooke, a dude name, was Ash. And our other friends were different Pokemon. I think Rochelle might have been Pikachu. When they started playing the video game, I never had a Game Boy as a child, so I would fight some Pokemon on theirs in their playthrough. I probably didn't have a Game Boy until I was about 15, and it was a Game Boy Pocket. Like, at that point, there was Game Boy Advance. I didn't have to have a Game Boy Pocket, but I was at a garage sale and I saw one for like $4 and I bought it. And so my first actual playthrough of Pokemon probably wasn't until I was 15. And I played Pokemon Blue. And my first starter ever was Charmander, because Charmander's the best starter. He's always been my favorite, followed by Squirtle and Bulbasaur. That's so typical, but that's always how it's been. I borrowed my friend Brooke's copy of Pokemon Blue. I named my Charmander Cheesecake, and to this day, I have no idea what caused the name Cheesecake, but to this day, anytime I have a Charmander, I always name him Cheesecake. He's like this really powerful, drag. He's not a dragon, but he looks like a dragon, like a lizard, and I named him Cheesecake. That theme continues. You'll see when I play Emerald for the first time. I feel like such a poser sometimes because I always talk about how much I love Pokemon and how much it's been like a huge part of my life, like from the time I was 8. But I feel like the video games weren't so much. It was always more about the anime for me, and then like in grade 2 I collected Pokemon cards, but then didn't until this last summer actually. So I didn't play 2nd gen until I got a smartphone and I got an emulator. Sorry, Game Freak, I didn't buy your game. But I got an emulator and I played Pokemon Silver, and my first starter was Totodile. The third game I played through was Emerald. It wasn't even Ruby or Sapphire, which is what normally people would play for their first game in 3rd gen, but I played Emerald. And when I played Emerald, there was Aqua and there was Magma. I didn't know for a long time that when you played Aqua, you were like sided with Team Aqua. When you were playing Ruby, you were sided with Magma. I didn't know that for a really long time, but just because I played Emerald, where you kind of saw these two teams like fight each other, and I always really loved that about the game. I felt like that was really original, and Emerald is actually my favorite Pokemon game that I've ever played. Maybe it's because I played Trumpet. The music's very trumpety. So in Emerald, my first starter was Torchic, and I nicknamed my Torchic Chickpea, which is adorable. But then you get this Blaziken who's like, again, just like Charizard, you get this Blaziken who's like really powerful, and he's like, blaze kicking people, and his name is Chickpea. Just like Charmander, I always name my Torchic Chickpea now. The game that I played in 4th gen was Pearl. I borrowed my boyfriend at the time's DS and his copy of Pearl. I actually still have that game. I don't think I ever returned it to him. I can't find it though. Sorry, Tyler! And my first starter was a Piplup, and I named him Don Pedro because from the Shakespeare play Much Ado About Nothing, not because I like to play, but because I feel like Empoleon's looks like the costume of Don Pedro when my university, the University of Regina, did a production of it. And I knew what the character looked like before I played the game because I watched the anime quite a lot. There was a while where I was caught up. 5th gen! So for 5th gen, I went to a used game store with my high school best friend Tavis. And we went and I got Pokemon Black and he got Pokemon White because we were like, oh, we're going to trade together. We didn't really do that. For Pokemon Black, I chose Snivy because I think I just liked the look of him more. Apparently, I'm really surprised I didn't choose Tepig because I love pigs a lot. I guess I wasn't interested in another firefighting type. So I named him Snivy, and I didn't give him a nickname because through that playthrough, I didn't give any of my characters nicknames just because I decided I wouldn't, just so I could learn all the Pokemon's names. During that playthrough, I was in Winnipeg for the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. I was staying at my other best friend Felicia's house, and I got Pokerus, which is impressive, very impressive. It's more rare than getting a shiny. That was before I ever got my first shiny, which I'll get to later. I was shocked. I never thought I would get Pokerus. Now, because of Wonder Trading and just the internet, Pokerus is very, very common. Not very, very common, but it's way more common now. So are shinies, unfortunately. I got Pokerus. A legit Pokerus. I think I still have that strain somewhere in my game. 6th gen. This is the first like gaming system I bought for Pokemon, except for my Game Boy Pocket, but that was like 10 plus years after it came out. This is my X in here. This was my first copy of a new Pokemon game that I ever purchased. I like questioned it for a long time. I was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? But I'm really glad I did, and this is the cartridge that has them all. So I think Pokemon X will always have a special place in my heart just because it was the first time I ever caught them all. I'm proud of myself still. I will go to like professional like events for my work, and people will go up to me and they'll go, congrats on catching them all. It's like, I'm known as the Pokemon person in my life. Probably because I make videos like this on YouTube, and I'm very vocal about the fact I like Pokemon. So my first starter, I guess my only starter, I've only ever done one playthrough of Pokemon X. I'd love to do another one. Maybe I'll buy a copy of Y someday and I'll replay it. My first playthrough of Pokemon X, I chose Chespin. Honestly, I only chose Chespin just because I thought Chespin was the most adorable. It had nothing to do with like stats or anything. I thought Chespin was really cool. I really loved his design when he first came out. I was Team Chespin like the whole way. Until they announced he evolved into Quilladin, I really disliked him. I caught my Chespin. I found an Everstone, I gave it to Chespin, he never evolved. To this day, he has not evolved. Alpha Sapphire is special to me. I love Alpha Sapphire probably just because this is where I got my first shiny. My first shiny was a Swablu, and I named him Sunshine. And it seems like the perfect name for a shiny, like Swablu, honestly, because when you look at him, he's like a yellow ball with fluff around him. He looks like a sun peeking through the clouds. And he's a shiny, so Sunshine, it's perfect. You can't come up with a better name. 3rd gen is my favorite generation just because Emerald is my favorite game. So I was very excited when this game was announced. It was so exciting. Speaking of game announcements, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon were officially announced today. I wasn't exactly sure if it was an actual game or not, but it is Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon. Things I would like to see out of the new generation. I hope there's character customization. That was a really fun mechanic because you've never been able to do that before. It was great to create a character that looks like you, so it was like you were in the universe. More than just like a stock character with your name in it. It would be great if they came up with more Pokemon than 6th gen came out with, because 6th gen, how many new Pokemon were there? Like 50 or 60? There wasn't very many, so it'd be great to have more. I'm going to have more so I can complete my second Pokedex. Hopefully it's a great storyline. I mean, I love playing Pokemon for the story. It doesn't last very long, but I hope there's great post game that you can do. Maybe they won't come out with so many legendaries. So many legendaries. Not as many as Gen 4. Gen 4, I think almost half of all the legendaries might come from Gen 4. Gen 4 is ridiculous. It'd be cool if they did something maybe similar to what Heart Gold and Soul Silver did, where the Pokemon could follow you. I've actually never played Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Sorry. I've also never played Pokemon Black 2 or White 2. I'm gonna play it. I will. I just gotta find a copy of it. I'm gonna talk about TCG now, because TCG has been a part of my life quite recently. I guess I started collecting TCG in grade 2. Pokemon cards were banned from my school because of how popular they were. People were getting into fights into them, over them. I remember my Pokemon cards got stolen and my friend helped me get them back. Don't remember which friend it was, I don't remember who stole them, but I remember that experience. It must have been really tragic. Now I'm back into collecting. I'm going to try and complete, I've shown you this before, but I'm going to try and complete, you know, base set. I have my list of all of them, but I also have jungle here. So I have some jungle that I'm going to try and collect as well. So that's fun. And we have fossil. So I have a list back here of all the fossil types. So I like collecting things. That's probably why I like Pokemon, because it's collecting. And this is pretty much my Pokemon card collection. It pretty much just lives on my desk behind my computer. It's a cool backdrop if I do card openings. So yeah, Pokemon has been with me for, because of the release, 18 years. There's also this guy. Maybe I should just show you all the Pokemon things I own. No, that's another video. So I think this might have came out in 96 or 97, I'm not sure, but this was my first Nintendo 64 game. When I got my N64, when my parents gave me that lovely birthday gift, this is the game they chose to give me with it, and thanks parents! I still have my original save file on it. It's a really good game, and I have a video about it. Bye. I hate that thing. I'd be crushed if I somehow lost this. I'd probably cry. I'm excited about how Pokemon has been, like, something I've always had in my life. It does seem ridiculous sometimes, because I am 25 and I really should not be into a cartoon as much as I am, but it's been great how this series, how this has grown with its audience, how it's gotten, it keeps evolving, just like Pokemon. I'm a proud Pokemon fan. I try not to be too blah in your face about it, but I am blah in your face about it, and it does annoy me that I am that way. But everyone's very accepting of it, and I'm very thankful. I guess that can be it for now. Thank you, Pokemon, for existing for 20 years. Happy birthday. Have a great day. And congratulations on all your accomplishments, and I hope you continue to grow and give us more things to love about you, and yeah. Happy birthday! Bye!